You're wrong, Eva. Everything's going to the dogs. Yesterday's encounter has brought us to our knees, and this place is anything but safe.
I'd be prepared to surrender, Al.
Hey, wait a minute. That's Eva Thompson's voice. The broad from the Free Climax joint.
If we can just get a hold of those documents.
I'd like to know how Martin's henchmen managed to find us.
Forget that now. We must continue on from where Sanders left off. Looking for something in that damned cyber park.
Our numbers are diminishing, and after what happened to Sanders, no one's keen to volunteer to go in there. If only that guy who contacted you at the club hadn't disappeared. You should have tried to persuade him to help us out.
I couldn't work out what his purpose was. He was quite vague. Besides, I only spoke to him for a few minutes. When he left the club, I called the bouncer and asked him to shadow him. But he'd already disappeared.
Good. They're looking for me. My cover's still intact. It almost seems as though they're the victims, not the cause. Hugh also neglected to tell me about this or any attack on the terrorist base. Looks like I've got no option. Let's hope Lady Luck's on my side.
Hey, hold it right there. Twitching your dead meat, punk.
Al, relax. Put the gun down. It's the guy from my club, the one I told you about.
Hey, easy. I hope I haven't interrupted anything.
How'd you find us? And how did you get in? Jules and Morgan should have stopped you.
Let's just say they became genuinely alarmed, and besides, I didn't know you'd be here.
What are you doing here? Eva told me all about you.
Perhaps what Eva didn't tell you is that I'm looking for an old friend. But from what I've just seen, it seems I've arrived a little late.
I'm sorry about Simon, Joshua, but he wasn't the only one.
Stow the apologies, Eva. I want to know what our friend's intentions are.
Nothing much to say. Genesis has been after my ass for months now, and I'm tired of running.
We should give him a chance, Al. We need all the help we can get after the attack.
Look, I don't know you from squat, and I like you even less. But Eva is seldom wrong about people. I trust her judgment. We need friends right now, but I'm watching your every move. We've spent too long, worked too hard to risk blowing this now.
Sure, we're after the same thing. We're in the same boat. There's a friend of mine half dead back there. How about explaining that for starters?
Look, Ruby was assigned to investigate us by his newspaper, and by a stroke of luck, he managed to find us.
It was vital for us to have a link with the media, so we could expose Genesis. But yesterday's attack screwed everything up.
What attack was this?
Our main HQ was hit last night, and all our equipment was wasted. It's put us back months. Not to mention losing some good friends dedicated to the cause.
3 of our best men lost their lives. Simon's at death's door, and Marcus Sanders, our cyberspace expert, the guy who got us most of our leads, died during transition.
If your main base was destroyed, where are we now?
This is Morgan's warehouse. We only use it in case of emergency. Which is a relief. I hate the place.
Any clue who attacked you yesterday?
Probably Martin's men. The results were devastating.
Ruby was with us when they burst in, and he took a bullet that was meant for me.
We fled in order to salvage what we could. We thought Ruby might make it, so we brought him here. A medical friend of ours tried to save him, but his condition is worsening.
Who was Marcus Sanders?
Marcus was with us right from the start. He was investigating Moreau and his VST project. But he was killed while he was connected to cyberspace.
Who was Moreau?
He's an architect of virtual environments developed in cyberspace. From what we've discovered, Martin's was one of his first customers. And probably he was the catalyst between Genesis and Moreau.
Vassal Moreau would seem to be the creator of the VST project, which is why he was looking for backers.
And he found them in Genesis, right?
Yes, but what happened afterwards is a mystery.
Some weeks ago, a charred, unidentifiable body was found on the beach in Costa Rica. Moreau, who used to stay at a residence in the vicinity, had disappeared the evening before. The police concluded after no further missing persons report that the body had to be Moreau.
You must realize that we are not a terrorist group, we are researchers. We were studying the effects of cyberspace on the human mind, and Marcus Sanders, one of our top researchers, by chance found himself in a bizarre location. A virtual amusement park in a horror setting created by the twisted mind of Moreau. Sanders discovered something there about a mysterious project by the name of VST. From that moment on, strange things began to happen to us. The police refused to investigate. They denied everything. So we decided to begin defending ourselves. And we founded our little organization to investigate Genesis.
When we discovered that Genesis had taken over all Moreau's patents after his disappearance, we knew that what we had discovered about VST was much more serious than we had first thought. And so were our mysterious attackers. We'd stumbled into something big, really big. Marcus connected to cyberspace to get a hold of more information on the VST project. But alas, how much he saw we'll never know. He was hit while he was still connected, and as he died, he began to make strange gestures.
It seemed as if he were writing. I was very near him, and I heard him say, "The mirror. The mirror isn't reflective." We have no idea what this means. We haven't enough to nail Genesis yet, and only Moreau and his cyberspace expertise could have given us real proof.
What mirror was Sanders talking about?
We don't know, but he was visiting that absurd virtual horror park.
Have any of you visited Moreau's amusement park?
No, only Sanders had that particular pleasure.
Why do you think Martins is involved?
Because of his links with Genesis, who sponsored him in the last elections. And besides that, Moreau was a close personal friend of his.
In addition, the police closed the file on Sanders' death. It was obvious that there was some kind of cover-up in operation. Someone was turning the screw.
Because of this, we needed Simon Ruby's support. He had evidence stolen from Genesis that we could have used to blow the whole thing wide open. So much so that the authorities couldn't just ignore the situation.
People are being rubbed out without a moment's hesitation. There's something evil and deadly about this VST project.
Damn, if they're telling the truth, Hugh owes me one hell of an explanation. So okay, your position is clear. What now?
We must follow the trail that Sanders left. We have no option but to reconnect with cyberspace and return to the amusement park.
We were hoping that you'd be prepared to lend us a hand, Mr. Reeve.
Hey, I need answers myself. Where do I start? I just gotta get Martins' angle on this story. Jesus, I can't believe Hugh has lied to me.
Good. Come this way, Mr. Reeve. It's your turn now.
Wow, this is incredible.
Welcome to Horror Park. And it seems like our inventory does not transfer to cyberspace.
The hacker's favorite interface for cyberspace travel. There's a decorative spider on top of the machine. It seems to be made from flexible metal, but I can't move it with my hands. Winning combinations are 1 skull, half a credit. 2 skulls, 3 credits. 3 skulls, 50 credits. It's not working. I think it's broken. It's half a credit to play. Presumably where the winnings come out.
We are currently in a maze. It's not exactly a difficult maze. There are 3 locations of interest and a few dead ends.
It's an old silver half-credit coin. I wonder what it's doing here. If I don't get out of here, that could well be me. Nah, he's suffered enough. It's a thick cloth. Excuse me?
I don't think that this skeleton will mind. The 3rd location is not important right now. Nope, this way. Back to where we started and down here.
The steady stream of lava is flowing from the demon's mouth. There's tremendous heat from the lava pool.
Oh, go on. Put your hand in there. Right, we have 2 directions. Let's go this way.
It's one of those show your strength machines. It looks like a small metal bowl. By hitting the drum, the weight shoots up to ring the bell. I can't do it with my bare hands. It's used to strike the drum and send the weight up to ring the bell. Any harder and I'd knock the bell off.
Well, that was the aim, I think.
It's what's left of the hammer.
No, the aim is to hit the bell.
Looks kinda spooky.
Well, in this case, the aim was to break the hammer.
I can't get there from here. It's the cable car that goes to the castle. It's not closed properly. I guess this is where they issued tickets to go up to the castle. It's used to set the cable car going. No point, I wouldn't reach the car in time. A drawer in the ticket office. There's nothing inside. A drawer in the ticket office. Just a packet of matches. Okay, I've got the packet.
With only 1 match inside.
No idea who it is. It's the cable car's rotor. A hunting trophy.
Hi there.
I hate spiders almost as much as snakes. I don't want to get too close. Ugh, this stuff is sticky. I don't want to get stuck in here. This old boiler kicks out tremendous heat. The pressure in the boiler is very high. There's water running through the pipes. This is used to open and close the boiler pipe. Ouch! It's red hot.
Luckily, we have this thick cloth.
The spider has escaped. It's what's left of the spider's web.
Gunk. Sounds
It's
like
very slimy and sticky. It looks like saltpeter.
Okay, let's give this spider a smack on the head. Thankfully, this one is not real.
Wow!
So what this does is holds this skull into place. So hopefully, we can win some cash.
Okay, now I can have a shot. Lady Luck must be smiling down on me today. It's the 3 credits I've won. It's empty, but it still smells of popcorn. This is expensive. You need to insert 5 half-credit coins to play.
And how many do we have?
6 silver half-credits.
Wait, I thought we started out with half, and then won 3. Was it 5? I'm confused myself.
You have to knock down all the targets to win the prize in the glass case. The targets move along tracks inside 2 runners. Hey, I remember the old guns that fired pellets. This one uses infrared. It's not ready to use yet. Sadiq, the remote-controlled puppet that strikes at a distance. The puppet is protected by a thick plate of glass. No good, I can't get at it.
Okay, in the interest of saving time, I'm going to throw this mud onto the tracks.
This ought to slow down the targets.
Now, if we did not do this, we would not accumulate enough points, which would mean having to go back and earn some more money at the slot machine, and then come back again.
Okay, big shot. That was a cinch. I better collect my prize.
We can't operate this cable car manually, and there is a button here which operates the cable car, but it has to be pressed down. So this is where our friend comes into play.
It's the bizarre remote-controlled puppet that I won on the shooting range.
We just shove him into a drawer.
This isn't the right place to use it.
Okay. I wanted to demonstrate it, but never mind.
Here's hoping it stays put. Nothing important. It doesn't look like a wishing well. It must be a long way down.
Oh, hello.
Damn.
Another gigantic spider. I'd hate to see the size of the flies. Looks like there are huge spiders everywhere. No way. They're old wooden barrels. Nothing of interest.
Oh, wow. This looks delightful.
An old torch on its support. I had to break it off to get it. This looks like Astaroth. Some demonic form. I think I'll leave it alone. It looks like it's been painted with human blood. It's from a human and there's a hole in the cranium. I have no intention of reciting Hamlet. Looks like the kind of place where sick rites are carried out. This place gives me the creeps. A heavy brass container. There's charcoal slack here. I'm getting dirty. An old shelf. Nothing interesting here.
Apart from a bag and a jar.
It's a small bag with papaverine written on it. Okay, I've got it. I think it's a sleeping drug you get from plants. It's a jar of sulfur. Okay, I've got it. Jeez, it's a long way down. It refers to the mirror on the wall. It says that the mirror is enveloped by the mists of the waters of the Styx. Perhaps I shouldn't have put the boiler out. It's an old parchment. I can barely make out what it says. It describes how to make gunpowder with saltpeter, charcoal, and sulfur.
I believe that we have all of that.
It says that the mirror is enveloped by the mists of the waters of the Styx. Perhaps I shouldn't have put the boiler out.
Okay. Right. It was that parchment that we picked up. I made a mistake. For some reason I thought we picked up this parchment, but I did not. Anyway, onwards.
I think it's some kind of ancient object for studying the motion of the planets. It's a book about lycanthropy. In the folklore section, it says that the way to kill a werewolf is with a silver bullet. It also says the werewolf's blood will corrode metal. Weird. Wait a minute. There's no reflection. This has to be the mirror that Marcus Sanders spoke of. I've no idea what to do with it. A massive bronze container. A small jet of water coming from the frame. It's just under the vessel. I can stop the water jet by applying just a little pressure. Good. I've stopped the jet of water.
So the clue is, the mirror is enveloped by the mists of the waters of the Styx. So we need to create some mist. So what we need to do is jam this torch into the hole of the skull.
I don't think he'll get a migraine.
Use our single tiny match to light this torch. And then boot the crap out of it.
There are numbers written on the mirror. 7, 8, 4, 5. I'm not sure what kind of view I'll get from here. Very depressing. They're old wooden barrels.
And I've just forgotten to collect this.
It's a finely sculptured metal object.
I swear that I can read my own notes.
It's an old lunar sundial. It's not working. The central shaft is missing.
So we have the clue 7845, which means jamming this into these numbers. 7, 8, 4, 5.
A manuscript. Perhaps my investigation ends here. Geez, it's packed full of incomprehensible formulae. Hang on, there's something written here. Moreau. Damn, this is Vizel Moreau's diary. It says that the VST project is almost completed. That all it needs is the final checks and he could become the most famous scientist in the world. That his discovery will revolutionize our society forever. Wait though. It goes on. Unfortunately, it appears that the whole process is fundamentally flawed. It seems from new calculations that the degeneration of brain cells caused by VST would be irreversible and fatal within a few months, if not weeks. Moreau now maintains that VST cannot at present be applied to human beings. It's too dangerous. Moreau estimates that it would take at least another 2 years' research and massive investment to make the process safe and finalize the project. Alas, this is beyond his reach. With his dream fading and somewhat dejected, he finds himself having to cease his experiments. Other formulae and notes on breakthroughs. There are notes here about Hugh, and Moreau seems ecstatic. It looks as though Hugh has put him in contact with a huge conglomerate, which is prepared to finance his research, enabling further work on the project. Moreau eventually resumed his work, Genesis Cryogenetics Enterprise putting immense finance and resources at his disposal. Whilst Moreau wasn't completely clear about their commercial objectives, Genesis placed great faith in his work, and Moreau responded, happy that he could continue. Here, Hugh Martins is named as a major backer in the project, that VST was saved by Martins. Now Moreau only has to contend with the research times, which he hopes to reduce, thus delivering working technology much sooner than had been hoped. Pages and pages of feverish scribblings. Moreau's tone seemed somewhat terrified at the end. He says they're all mad, that they're testing the project on humans now and have been for some time. It just isn't ready. They're using a prison island called Rocas Perdida as a research institute. It's off the coast of Mexico and the prisoners are the guinea pigs. It's sick and insane, they must be stopped. Moreau has tried to rebel, but Martins has refused to listen to reason. The financial potential of the technology is too great. Moreau is sure his life is in danger. He says here that there's nothing he can do but try to escape and alert the authorities. He's left this diary in the hope that someone will find it if his escape bid fails. Jesus, I can't believe it. Hugh is a murderer and he's out of control. That bastard has betrayed me. But why did he ask for my help? There's a kind of journal. The address of Hugh's virtual office is underlined. It's risky, but it's the only lead I have to what's happening. I'll use the positioner.